recording. Hey, what's up guys, Pitfall7 here, back with another reaction video. This time it's to...
Unwashed heathen I was up in this bitch! Hey, what's up guys? Greasy Foreskin here.
The fuck?!
Nah, it's actually just my hair. You can tell I haven't. I showered yesterday, but... Woo! I knocked over a can!
Okay, hey, get the fuck back here. Yeah, I realized while we were doing this intro that if we wanted it to be a surprise that there was going to be a guest viewer, I probably shouldn't have had this camera angle, but I don't fucking care. He's here.
Whoop!
And we are reacting to Citizen Soldier's newest song, Strong for Somebody Else. Now, the last time he and I collabed on a reaction, it was to Citizen Soldier's song, A Reason to Live. I wanted him on that reaction video because of a lot of the stuff that he and I...
Bong sound effect 23.
A lot of the stuff that he and I have both been through have been very similar and everything. So I wanted him on that reaction video just because of the fact that I knew that he and I could make some decent commentary with that.
Yes.
Now, when Citizen Soldier dropped the name of this song that was coming out, Strong for Somebody Else, I could think of no one better to have back on the channel but him, because he and I, even today, still fight to be strong for everyone else in our lives.
Right.
Except ourselves at this point, it feels like.
Basically.
If you want to just do your own, like, quick little introduction, I might move this video.
Yeah, what's up guys, it's Goot now.
We're not doing that again.
That joke has already sailed the past 5 billion times I've done it.
Actually, yeah, I kind of like the camera right there a bit more. Doesn't block off your face and doesn't block off mine.
And I can slink underneath. Oh wait, that's the wrong angle. And then I can slink underneath, and nobody will know I'm here.
Just introduce yourself.
All right. Yep. It's Cerberus of Irie Days Entertainment, and time for me to not be entertaining per usual. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. This video is probably going to be, also a little bit on the heavyish side to react to, simply because of the fact that, yeah, exactly as Pitiful said,
You can call me Pat. Everyone knows my name's Pat.
Fair enough. Yeah, just like Pat said earlier, we have a tendency to, whenever anybody else is feeling down, to kind of quickly buck up ourselves from any of the issues we're having to be strong enough for them, but we have a hard time actually picking up the pieces together for ourselves these days.
Yeah, it's both a blessing and a curse being the therapist friend.
Yeah.
Which is weird. How can you be the therapist friend to the therapist friend?
Well, I mean, hey, first year psych student bullshit over here.
We're getting real tired of your first year psych student bullshit.
Well, I mean, hey, it actually works literally for me. I actually did take a year of psychology.
I know, I remember that.
But and I hardly retained any memory of that.
Just like me with French. Anyways, you're going to be hearing a little bit of an echo through this because, unfortunately, I still haven't fucking figured out how to get 2 pairs of headphones on here. And I just don't care enough. I don't have guest people on here enough.
Yeah. So
we're using my Blue Yeti mic as the main mic and my USB speakers as how we're going to be hearing it. So there is going to be a little bit of echo, and I apologize for that, but what can you do, right?
Yeah, I can't really do much of anything.
Alright, ready?
Ready.
Citizen Soldier, Strong for Somebody Else.
I've played out the scene so much in my head. I have to wake up, but I'd rather be dead. Haunted by thoughts of the ones I love most. I picture them living alone with my ghost. Kill the pain and kill the family. Choke the dark down, just be happy. Talk myself
nice reference.
of this ledge I know all too well. My personal
Ooh.
I've gotta be strong for somebody.
The power he put into that. We're gonna have shit to say about this. Oh. For somebody, for somebody. Ooh. Okay.
I've gotta be strong for somebody, for somebody.
Ooh. Ooh. Damn.
And they named their album ICU. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty fucking hardcore.
Yeah, I'm... God. Guys, how do you keep one-upping yourselves on every fucking album release?
I'm having a hard time coping with the fact that immediately after this song ended, something that was this heavy, something that was that heavy to relate to, yeah, there's a fucking recommendation for Butter's Evanescence.
Yep.
I want the pain to go away.
Okay, let's go back through this, my guy.
I've played out the scene so much in my head. I have to wake up, but I'd rather be dead.
The amount of times I've genuinely fucking played out so many ways I would attempt to end my life. But I've kept having to pull myself out of it because I don't want to leave permanent pain on people for me solving a temporary pain issue.
Yup. Yeah, I can't quite say I've done it quite as many times as Pat over here, but I think in the last time I was here for one of the reactions, I did actually detail one time that I had actually plotted it out for myself. And yeah, I can easily say that that's pretty heavy to relate to, but can be related to.
Yeah.
Haunted by thoughts of the ones I love most. I pictured them living alone with my ghost.
Yeah, that's literally what I was saying though. Like, if anyone here watched my video that I did where I sang at my church for Mental Health Awareness Month this year when I sang This Is Your Sign, I had talked about before I started singing that ending your life may be putting an end to your temporary pain, but you're just putting permanent pain on everyone else around you.
Yep.
You're making them live with your ghost And it's going to constantly torment them because they'll be like, why didn't I notice the signs? What could I have done to help them out? They're going to be fighting with that for the rest of their lives.
Yep. Because at the end of the day, they're just going to constantly feel guilty that it's like, they feel like either they had something to do with you doing it, or at the very bare minimum that they could have done something more to prevent the situation. But at the end of the day, yeah, they're going to be stuck living with that for pretty much the rest of their lives. It'll cause permanent trauma to them.
It might push them down that path themselves.
Yep, might end up accidentally causing a cascade effect of some kind.
And that's one of the things I was fucking terrified of, even with all my mental health issues that I was going through in 2020. And I know I talk about that a lot, but it's the most prevalent year for that because it's when I full on attempted it more than once. Every single time I did that, I thought to myself, what the fuck am I doing? How could I do this to, like, how could I do this to Gary? How could I do this to Ethan, to Bobby, to my dad? But that still somehow didn't stop me until I'm Not Okay dropped. It's like that was the final fucking kick in the teeth to be like, hey, bitch, stop!
Well, it's one of those situations where it's,
There you go.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's one of those situations where it's like, it's hard to really try to speak to someone about that sort of thing because you don't feel like they'll actually understand what you're going through fully. But then that song dropped and you're just sitting there thinking to yourself,
I'm not okay. I'm not okay, and I need you to see it. I have so much to say, but no one to hear it. The reason I keep quiet with so much at stake, I always feel like a burden. Let it silence me. You'll never understand why it's so hard to say I'm not okay. That's exactly what I needed to fucking say to people. But then when I even played that song for everyone around me, they were just like, oh yeah, no, that's a cool song.
Yeah, no, that's pretty sad.
And it's just like, I have this blaring in my fucking room 90% of the fucking day when I'm home. You hear it. How the fuck do you not tell something's wrong? Or if you do tell, or if you can't tell, how the fuck can you be so heartless?
I don't know, but it is one of those things where, that's exactly what I was actually getting at was, you had a hard time actually putting your own feelings into words to be able to tell somebody, but that song came out and it's like, finally, not only did someone understand what you were feeling, but they actually put it into words better than you possibly could have.
Exactly.
And
went very far off from this, but
right.
This is what happened with A Reason to Live as well.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we continue?
Go on.
Kill the pain and kill the family. Choke the dark down. Just be happy.
The amount of times I love the fucking reference to Just Be Happy, even with the fucking face.
Yep.
I love that reference. But the amount of times I've just been told, oh, all you gotta do is just bury everything down. Keep it all inside of you. Just be happy. Fake it till you fucking make it. I fucking hate that!
Well, I mean, the whole fake it till you make it thing is more so about, like, fame than just emotional well-being in that case. But even that...
I know, but that's exactly how people have used it with me. Fake being happy, that way you don't fucking worry anyone else. I fucking hate that because even you know, that's become my whole thing. I don't want to burden people. I fake being happy. When I know I shouldn't. I know I should be talking to people, but it's been so fucking ingrained in my memory and in my psyche because of how many fucking years I've had to do it. It's just like, I hate it when someone says, "Oh, you just gotta fake it till you make it, buddy. Fake it till you make it." No, fuck you.
Honestly, that's where I would actually be a little bit snarky back myself if I was in your position. Just look right back at them and be like, "Yeah, easy for somebody that fake to say, huh?"
No, seriously, someone said that to me one time, just when I was going through it. Someone said, just all you gotta do is just fake being happy. And this was like a year ago. I looked right at them and I said, do you want to know what faking it till you make it did to me? It caused me to attempt suicide 4 fucking times. So you can take that sentiment and shove it up your fucking ass.
Yeah. It's why I honestly kind of despise the entire fact that mental health has become so stigmatized, especially trying to associate it with weakness. Like,
the strongest people are the ones fighting the most difficult battles in their heads, and the even stronger people are the ones who actually go out to the world and say what the fuck they're dealing with. In my personal opinion.
Yep. Even though it's kind of become a bit of a weak cliche for some people to say it, they are in the right when they say that it does take strength to admit things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, kind of funny how we go from the beginning of the video being like making a comment about my unwashed hair and calling myself greasy foreskin to this. Man, the guys at Citizen Soldier are gonna have a field day listening to me ramble on like I'm on my not like I'm off my fucking meds. Which plot twist, assholes! I'm not on any.
I was about to say I've never been on meds. Anyways, here we go.
I used to be on escitalopram, didn't work.
Fair enough.
But anyways.
Talk myself off of this ledge I know all too well. My personal hell, I'm burying weight of the world. I'm carrying it.
That's literally what we've been talking about.
Yep. Now, as Pat was just describing, that, yeah, a lot of people were telling him to go through that sort of thing, to just swallow the pain down and keep fighting for other people. Now, I'm not saying this isn't him when I bring up what I'm about to say, because I know damn well that it is. I know him all too well when it comes to this, but...
You're like my fucking brother.
Yep. But my personal experience has been more of a deliberate choice when it comes to this sort of thing. It's not that people tell me to swallow the pain, it's that I believe so strongly in helping out others wherever I possibly can that I make myself swallow the pain. Like, I don't remember 100% the circumstances about it, but I want to say it was actually, just after Komori had died. One of you guys was, really, really down about something, and despite the fact that I was still in the heaviest stages of grieving at that time, still kind of am. It kind of comes and goes in waves, but I managed, for that entire period to just gulp the pain right down and get right to the task of helping out. It's not healthy. Don't take what I'm saying here as though it's even remotely healthy. What I'm doing to myself is slowly killing me. I am aware of that, but that's just what I do personally. Is if somebody needs somebody to be there for them, then whatever I need takes a backseat. At that point, my friends are my priority. And this song describes, not necessarily as well, I mean, it describes a little bit better Pat's perspective with it all, of people telling him to do that. But it also does at least kind of describe my whole, my side of it being where it's more a conscious decision to put my problems on the back burner, take care of everybody else first, and then I can whine and mope about my own.
Yeah, and how these past few years, even you can attest the fact that I've gotten into that mindset too. I deliberately try to bury everything, especially if lately, if your grief got too fucking much, if I'm suffering from something, I will be there. I'm like, okay, I'm going through a lot of pain. Get the fuck down. He needs help.
I almost want to say Komori passing away was actually possibly the biggest turning point in that. Not that you weren't doing it before, but it went way up. Very much a massive uptake in frequency once that happened.
Considering the fact I saw what it did to you.
Still doing.
Yeah.
But
This got heavy!
I will say, though, to bring a brief little bit of levity, actually. Funny enough, speaking of Komori, so you suggested earlier when we were getting the Subway that when it comes to the coin toss thing.
Yeah, by the way, Subway.
Sponsored, but no.
I wish! Give me free food!
But, yeah, so when we were actually doing that, you had actually suggested, when it comes to the coin toss thing, put the one that you really want on one head, and then, or not one head, but one side, and then the other one on the other, and then whichever one it flips on, do the opposite. That's actually what I ended up doing, was I put the Philly one on tails, because it was like, you know, Komori, showing herself as a kitsune, as a online persona kind of thing. And then the other option, what you got, as heads. And then I tossed it, landed on my head. So I know that little shit is still hanging around. She's still pulling shit, and I couldn't be more thankful for her. I swear, as much as I miss her, I know she's way happier where she is now, and once I finally get there, I swear, I don't think she's ever going to leave my arms. I'm going to be completely honest with you.
Again, what we were just talking about. That's literally all what we were talking about.
Yep. Actually, there's a second thing to this, actually, from a more physical perspective instead of more emotional. Was the whole thing with when my mom fell and broke her leg.
Oh, yep.
6 and almost a half years ago.
Holy fuck, it's been that long?
Yep.
Goddamn.
I don't mean to sound terribly melodramatic, but I gave up my own chances of even being able to make a life for myself at that point in time, specifically to help her out. I was already, all set to help her out as much as I possibly could, but then that whole rift, that whole division, I'm not going to get too terribly deep into it because I don't want to make everything public. Yeah, but what's that?
You left college for that, didn't you?
That and college just wasn't working out terribly well for me anyway. Actually, I think I got most of my money refunded from all the different scholarships and everything because because they actually were able to verify discrimination.
Nice.
And particularly, I don't know if it was because of mental disability or any sort of political thing, but
anyways,
yeah.
Sorry.
So, no, it's all good. But since then, yeah. No matter how much aching or any sort of pain that I'm going through from, especially my knees, which bit of a brief tangent. There's actually excess bone growth on my hips that I need to get surgically removed at some point, but it's pretty much 90% possible. Yeah, 90% chances that's actually the entire reason why my legs bow inward and why my knees are so fucking deformed. If that gets shaved off, my legs can actually kind of right themselves a little bit better balance.
Fuck.
So I've got to look into getting insurance and doing that.
Yeah.
Fun. But besides that, yeah, any amount of physical pain that I go through, I have to do my best to shove it aside, even take whatever painkillers I can get my hands on, usually Excedrin, and soldier on so that way I can take care of things for her. Usually nowadays, though, this devolves into housework instead of, actually helping her out in particular, and sometimes it does get a little bit overboard, I will admit. But that's another side of this.
Yeah. Being strong for somebody else doesn't necessarily always have to be mentally. It can also be physically as well.
Mm-hmm.
This voice in my head, it wants me to choose. Die selfish or live with my head in a noose.
This voice in my head making me choose to die selfish or live with my head in a noose.
Well, I can't quite say that either of us have had any shortage of experience with people in particular in our own lives that make us feel as though we are particularly selfish for trying to take care of ourselves for a brief moment when they want attention or have some other anomalous need that they don't actually feel like taking care of themselves.
Yeah, like he and I have both had plenty of experiences where we've just been talking, and the second we decide we want to do something to take care of ourselves, we're villainized as the bad guys because then we're told, oh, why are you always so selfish? There's no reason for you to be so selfish. This is like, I do everything for everyone else, and the one time I decide to do something for myself, I get called selfish.
I mean, on the one hand, it's like I can kind of understand the problem with like them not being in our heads and not being able to see from our perspective, but that doesn't give anybody the right to assume.
Exactly.
Like, at some point, instead of it being automatically antagonistic, they should at the very least ask, like, is something wrong or anything like that? And frankly, at the end of the day, that's actually kind of the root thing that that gets down to, that can actually solve a lot of these issues, is somebody for once just asking, are you okay? Is something okay? And this gets right back to...
That reminds me of Citizen Soldier's song, My Own Miracle. The bridge in that song is, are you okay? Do you need to chat? The questions I was never asked.
I mean, I was going to say it cycles back to I'm not okay, as you were referencing earlier, but that's actually even better.
Yeah. Literally, that was in the bridge of My Own Miracle. I don't know if you have heard that song yet. If not, I will play it for you after we're done with this.
I might have, but considering what time it is already,
yeah,
I'll look it up on my own time.
Yeah.
In the event
we should probably finish this video.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Ever get better? Is this worth the fight? Everyone has a breaking point. Guess we'll find mine.
Do we need to say anything?
I will say that I do love the combination of pain and like almost blinding rage in the voice for a brief moment there.
Oh yeah, that's one thing that I love with Jake's vocal abilities. He's able to seamlessly integrate all of that.
Yeah, it does perfectly fit too, because it's like, people keep pushing to the breaking point. Keep pushing us to the breaking point, or life itself pushing us to the breaking point, and then with all of our problems, we try to help out other people at the same time.
Oh yeah.
And eventually, it sits there being like, we're just staring right up at fate, being like, well, everyone's got their breaking point. Guess we'll find mine, huh?
Exactly.
Kill the body, not the memory. Wouldn't blame them. They resent me. Kind of.
Very fitting for people that commit suicide.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point of that line.
What it takes to just save myself. What it takes to just save me. Kind of scares me. What it takes to just save myself.
Oh.
Ooh.
I don't really have anything to say about that. But that's just... Ow.
Yeah, kind of putting yourself in the shoes of somebody saying that. It's like the things that it would actually take to save them from a lot of their burdens, they actually get scared by that thought.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I just also love this fucking chorus too.
Yeah.
Such a good chorus.
The harmony in the vocals is perfect.
Oh, yeah.
And that scream.
And the power he puts into Somebody. For somebody. And I love how he goes low with his voice here.
I'll carry it, pile it all on. I've gotta be strong for somebody, Put my pain in a pill, I'll swallow it, too numb to feel. I'm hollow, I have to hold on. I gotta be strong for somebody.
And just the building on else.
Yeah. was to paint an image for this song, like something that would actually almost embody this song in one image, I would honestly almost consider it to be like, I don't know, someone probably like covered in their own blood, a bunch of scars, maybe even a missing limb or some like, messed up skin or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
But yet you can look at their face and it's like, even though it's definitely not from happiness, you could definitely see the smile still put on them as they're just barely limping on.
Oh, yeah.
As to say, like, they've already been through absolute hell. They fought a million battles and somehow came out on top. Not necessarily because they wanted to, but because they had to be strong to, help somebody else.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah. Great job, guys. Fantastic fucking job.
You keep one-upping yourselves with each and every release.
Oh, yeah. And I love that A Reason to Live is one of the ones in my recommended.
Hey, there we go. Call back!
But, yeah. This song, holy shit. Fantastic job, guys. Fantastic job. But, yeah, thank you guys for watching this. If you enjoyed this, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. Scotty Gary, John XT Hex, I am 6 flows with the links in the description. Follow me over on twitch.tv/pitifulally7 and kick.com/pitifulally7. Check out, again, Gary in the description. He's always the first link in the Meet My Friends section of my description. And thanks for joining me on this one again, bud.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on. I'm going to go shower for 5 years.
Okay. But yeah, I'm Pitifulally7.
And I'm Cerberus of Ira Days Entertainment.
And we shall see you guys in the next one. Peace out!
Peace out!